here from BeckettBoy.com, back with another video. Today we have something very special for our Australian guys. Gonna do an online submission with Cherry Collectables, who are Cherry Collectables based in Melbourne, Victoria. You can submit to them. They will then submit to Beckett grading system. So they don't do the grading system themselves, but they do send to Beckett. They have insurance and all that sort of stuff, so you're well and truly covered with your collectibles and your collector's cards. The other thing to note with Cherry Collectables, you can have your cards cleaned for $5, or you can become a member and have that 5% off and virtually have the cards cleaned for free, which is really great. Especially going into submission, sometimes your cards have got some marks on them. They'll professionally clean them, tidy them up for you, and send them off. If you're loving our content, guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, tap that notification bell for all the latest content so you don't miss it. We're going to be plenty more coming at you. So without any further delay, let's jump right into it.
Alright guys, so we want to jump into, you just search for Cherry. Oop. Cherry Collectables. Oop. Terrible typing today, sorry about that. And here they are here. So now these guys grade with Beckett. They're a great option and extremely price competitive as well. If you want to just do a few cards, it's a really good idea, and you live in Australia, to do this and send in your cards to them, because especially at the moment too, sending overseas, a little bit of uncertainty with all of the COVID madness going on. Excuse me. So if you jump into Cherry Collectables, if you don't have an account, now I do have one because I've used this guy quite a few times. On the right hand side here where I've got the mouse, it'll say create account, sign in, all that sort of stuff. Create an account, it takes about a minute or so, which is really good. And then you can start reaping the benefits, which is, I think you get a 10% discount on your first grading with those guys, which is really good. And there's some other cool stuff as well. So signing up for the newsletter and all that sort of stuff, there's some really cool information that they do send out. And like I said, if you're in Australia and you want to use Beckett grading, then sending with these guys is really good. They send off the start of every month, like I said, and they just send all of their submissions in one big bulk thing. So that's really cool. So it takes out that's how they're able to remain price competitive. Anyway, getting away from that, we'll get back into the grading. So you come over to grading here, and we are going to go submit. Now their process is super simple. Okay, it'll open up this page here. Now, as you can see, they use Beckett BGS. Now, just have a read. Due to coronavirus, 30-day submissions experiencing some delays, and 5-day as well. So basically that's their whole thing. They only offer 30 and 5. They do a cleaning service as well, which is really cool. I always get my cards cleaned, especially if I'm sending in some older ones. Now, just for the sake of this video, we'll do a live. I'll just do a one card submission. As you can see, $50 Australian. They also offer Afterpay, which is really cool. And you just make sure you read through these terms and conditions first, but it's basically straight down the line stuff. So they do mention that they send off the start of every month, and that they use express shipping when they're sending over, so their stuff gets there pretty soon and in bulk. So all it is adding to cart, and I'm just going to go with checkout. So as you can see too, once you've done a little bit of spending, you get these rewards. Okay, so you get spend your cherries today. So we're going to do that just to show you what it's like. Now, I've got a $10 voucher at the moment, which is pretty cool. I've used a few of these, which is really awesome. and then you redeem it, they'll give you the code, and you can punch that code in. You just copy it. Cool. We've got apply code. Excellent. Reward can only be used on purchases of $20 or more, so we're going to be spending $55. Plus, I think the shipping, I'm just going to get standard shipping. I'm living in the same country as them, I'm not in a rush to get it back, so we'll continue to check out. Now, if you've got an account, your information's going to be saved. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I'm just going to use standard. Express shipping, not really needed. I'm just going to use the $9 standard satchel, because you're going to be waiting a month or two anyway just to get it back in the first place, so there's no point rushing it, I don't think. And we'll go to, so that's giving me the code. Always just check over here that your code is applied. Now you do have to spend a couple of times with them to start getting your cherry points. Now I'll just add quickly, before I put my details in and cut to the next screen, I'll just show you what you should do. So you've got your details are up here. This is your shipping address. I don't care, you guys know where I live. And make sure your code's up here if you've got a promo code. Now the cool thing as well, you can also pay with PayPal, and you can pay with Afterpay, which is really, really cool. Especially if you want to do a bulk submission and send 4 or 5, 10 cards in, and you don't want to pay up front, you just want to pay in quarters, which is great. You would then, but let's just say for the sake of it, we'll do credit card, you would put your details in just like any other website, and same as the shipping address, put your phone number in, and then just hit pay now, and it'll bring up a thing. I'll cut the video now, put my thing in, and we'll get to the print screen. Okay. Once you've done the submission, they'll get your confirmation email will come through. So check your email, make sure it comes through. You're going to get two. First will be the one that looks like this. I'll just show you quickly. Cherry Collectables. Then it'll just be a thank you. That pretty much their system has got it, and that's just the confirmation for that. So, and if we go back to the grading page, you'd be like, oh, what happens now, blah blah blah. So come down about halfway through the page is this form here. Now the Cherry BGS submission form, please print, sign and include with submission. I'm going to do that right now, and it looks like this. Cherry used to have a totally different one. This is the form now that they sent Beckett. That you send to them, and they'll send it off to Beckett. So I'll print it out, and basically you can put down whatever card you want, service that you've asked for, the year, all that sort of stuff. So make sure you get the information here accurate and you record it correctly. Make sure you put in things like cleaning if you paid for it, the card number, the year number, the service that you paid for, the player name and the description. Put in your name, email, order number, and then tick the things that you've got. So yeah, if you did a big order and you've done a few cards there, just make sure you put them all in there, and just take your time with it. Alright, so that's basically it. So print that form out, and we'll head on over into the lab, and I'll show you guys how to fill this form out correct.
Okay guys, so I've decided to do this submission. Now this is the form that you get the printout for. This is what it looks like, exactly how I showed you on the computer screen. Now this is actually a submission for a friend of mine. So he's offered to do this for the sake of the video, so I can make this guide appropriate for people who live in Australia and want to know more about how they can get their cards graded with Cherry. They're sitting on the fence, they don't know what's going on. Do I, don't know with Cherry? Well, this is the process. So the next step is obviously filling out this form. Now I'll just go into a little bit of detail. Firstly, I'll show you the card that he's offered up. It's a 2019, I think, 2019 Panini Donruss Optic Giannis. I'm not going to bother saying his last name because, yeah, I'll fail miserably. However, everyone knows who Giannis is. MVP, great player, obviously elite talent, and one of the best players in the league at the moment. So that's exciting that he's given us this card to give it up. So as you can see, I'll just take that back. The card is in a penny slip. Okay, so make sure first step, it's in a penny sleeve. Now he gave it to me in one of these, which is a top loader. Now you can sand it in top loaders, however, I would not recommend it. Okay, I only use them for storage in between grades when I've got them at my house, or if I'm selling on eBay and I sell one, I'll penny sleeve and then inside the thing. However, if you're sending it for grading, strongly recommend you getting one of these card savers. Now I use the Ultra Pro ones. Now the reason being is because they're a little bit flimsy, and with a card grader, you just got to give it a bit of a squeeze and it comes out. So the card graders will have a much easier time getting your card out. Now, so that's what it's going to look like, penny sleeve and then inside the card saver. I also will put some cardboard in between cardboard and then get some rubber bands and rubber band up. You can tape it, but I've found rubber bands are a bit easier, and they won't damage the thing when the graders themselves are trying to undo it. So that should be enough like that. And now posting for just a one card, I'm going to use a postpack padded bag. Okay, it's like a bubble mailer, as they call them in the US. So this is a bubble mailer post bag. You can see the dimensions up there. This will happily fit one, even a couple cards inside. Probably get 3 or 4, maybe 5 in there. However, if you're going to go beyond that, I would use one of these boxes, the padded box. You can send these worldwide. I use these sending to PSA in America, and also if I'm going to do a bulk submission with Cherry, like my last one, I sent I think 5 cards down in one of these. Now you can buy these just for a couple of dollars. I think they're about $2 or something. Post packs, the ones I just showed there, they're about, I think, under $2. I'd recommend, now that doesn't include postage for either of those, that's just the package. So tracking, if you just send it without tracking, it's only a few dollars, but if you get tracking, I think it's about $9. So I'd recommend paying to get the tracking for either of those. Now for this one, I am going to send it in. Now you will need to include the submission form, and I normally wrap it around this and then rubber band the whole lot and then put it inside the bag. So that's the way to do it. So I will take that back out because I haven't written the form up yet. I just wanted to show you how to pack that, because that's pretty important. Well, cardboard coming off everywhere. Okay, so first thing is put your name, email, and order number. Okay, now I don't have the order number in front of me, so for the sake of this, I'm going to leave that off, but I will show you the rest of that. So we've paid for now it shows you the example. See the top line here? This is an example one. 5-day 2016-17, 4 out of 99, Panini, Ben Simmons, Select Blue, cleaning, yes. So that shows you the format. Just stick to that, can't go wrong. So the first step for us is 30-day. Now the year, now as you can see, if you're not sure about the year, flip the card over and they're usually down in the fine print. This is a 2018 to 2019 Panini. So go. Okay, and the card number, right there, number 14. So we'll just go 14. Now this is a Panini Don Russ, so we'll put that in. Excuse my handwriting, it's really, really bad. Okay, now I've got to actually type this guy's name. Cool. This is, when he gave me the card, I'm like, oh my God, I've got to type this, write this up on the form. Okay, so Giannis, and then, like I said, I'm not going to pronounce his last name. I'll happily print it out. Now I'll probably get this wrong. Kunpo. Please forgive me for anything of this, any mistakes. Okay, so that's it's an optic. So stuff going everywhere, and we selected cleaning. Yes. Now, if you come down, sorry, my stand's a bit wobbly. If you come down, I've selected post, so tick that. You can, if you live in Melbourne, because they're in Melbourne, Cherry, you can go to the store and collect. I'm not flying down there, I live in a different state, so and I understand that my return submissions may be pictured for social media. Yes, I don't mind if they feature my stuff, that's pretty cool, I think. However, you may select, no, I don't want my cards featured for whatever reason. You might be a bit of a weirdo or whatever. But yeah, Cherry are pretty cool. If you're not following them on social media, definitely do so. And then just your name, signature, and the date, which is very straightforward, the same as the order numbers and all that sort of stuff. So then you would just wrap it in the cardboard, like I said. I'm going to put my card back in. And then just wrap it around, probably backwards, with your name, email, and the rest of the stuff. Put it in your padded mailer. Now, the Cherry address is on their website, so you will need to get that off there. And it should be on the order number as well when it comes through the email. So just do that for your mailer bag, and then send it off and wait. So keep in mind when you're sending to them, they send at the start of every month. So given that we are mid-June right now, or 19th, I think, this isn't going to get sent until July the 1st. That's if it gets there in time. So things have been all over the place with postage lately. So hopefully, I'm going to send this off today. Hopefully it arrives there before July 1, and I will make that submission cut, and then I'll get my card back in usually it's about a 2-month turnaround. That's pretty standard, so don't be offended by long times. However, that's all we have today, guys. I hope this has been really great or really helpful for you to understand the process with Cherry. Like I said, follow them on social media. They got a massive store down in Melbourne, Victoria, where they sell collectibles, all sorts of stuff. Great bunch of guys. They really know their stuff, and that's really underselling them. They know their stuff really well. They also do lives on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and Facebook, like almost every day. They are all about collecting. They love it. All sorts of stuff. They're right into every type of sport, other collecting as well. And they've really got a fun store and a fun theme going on with what they do. So definitely worth checking them out if you haven't. Anyway, until the next video, guys, we'll see you all later. Thank you. And that's it for today. We will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.